The member from London West.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Every time this Liberal government fails to deliver for Ontarians, they just make more announcements and empty promises. Today in London, they're doing it again on transit. The Premier has promised Londoners high-speed rail, but it's hard to take her seriously because her own ministers can't get their stories straight. The Transportation Minister has boasted publicly about bullet trains travelling at 320 kilometres per hour. But the Education Minister says it certainly won't be bullet trains, and she honestly doesn't know what her colleague was referring to. Speaker, will the Premier level with the people of London and let us know which Liberal Cabinet Minister we should believe?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So here's the thing. What we know is that there needs to be better transportation in this province. We know there needs to be transit in all parts of the province, including the corridor from Toronto to London, Mr. Speaker. So the announcement that the minister is making today is a very important one. I know, Mr. Speaker, that the connection between Toronto and Kitchener-Waterloo, the high-tech hub, where open text is bringing all those jobs, Mr. Speaker, and then between Kitchener-Waterloo and London, we know that that is a very important corridor for business in this province. So we are making the investment. We are going to work with the private sector, Mr. Speaker. We are going to work with the communities to make sure that those connections are put in place. What I would like, Mr. Speaker, is I would very much like to be able to have a conversation with the leader of the third party about what parts of the budget, what parts of transit investment, what parts of infrastructure investment she might be willing to support. Haven't been able to have that conversation, but I'm very much looking forward to it, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary, the member from London-Fanshawe.
Speaker, as much as the people of the London community want to believe they will get high-speed rail, they just can't seem to trust this Liberal government. Like all Ontarians, they know that empty Liberal promises don't create jobs or provide transit relief. And they know that if the Premier was serious about her latest scheme, she would have told us the cost and timeline. Speaker, it's time for the government to stop playing games with the people's lives in London and start providing real transit relief to families and businesses. When will the Premier admit she has no idea how much high-speed rail will cost and has no plan to make it happen in London?
Mr. Speaker, well, I have to say, coming from a party that has no plan on building transit, Mr. Speaker, it's pretty rich. So, Mr. Speaker, if the leader of the then it's a. What I would suggest to the member opposite is that she look at the projects that are underway if she wants to look at our reliability in terms of delivering. I would suggest she go to the Eglinton Crosstown and look at what the boring machine is doing there, Mr. Speaker. Look at the progress. Look at the progress on the Union Pearson rail line, Mr. Speaker. That she look at the York University line. That she go to Ottawa, Mr. Speaker, and look at the work that's being done there, because there is building happening in this province because of our commitments to transit. We will follow through. They don't have a plan, and we will make those trains run.